Called Travis back, and he didn't answer. I left a message.
Hello, my name is Tony Lee.
And I called the Missing Persons Bureau, and I said, hey, it looks like I've got a person who was the last person to see her. They were really not interested at that time because it was so early in the game. It wasn't even 5 or 6 hours old at that point.
Tony keeps calling and leaving messages, but it's not until the next night that Travis finally calls back.
Yeah, Tony, this is Travis.
He tells Tony that his last name is Forbes and identifies himself as a gluten-free granola bar salesman. He claims that he and a friend had been coming home from a party
What's going on up here?
when they saw Kenya on a side street.
He found Kenya on a downtown street talking to some homeless guy. Him and his friend thought that it did not look right, offered her some help. He said he drove her around downtown, helping to try to find her car. He allowed her to use his phone to call her phone. She was highly emotional. He just said she was very intoxicated. When he went to take her home, she wanted to stop for some cigarettes, and he stopped at a gas station. The station was closed.
According to Travis, Kenya spots a man smoking and gets out of the van to bum a cigarette. But Travis's description of the man is vague.
He said the guy's name was Dan. He was an Asian-looking, Spanish-speaking, short guy. That's all he said. He said he waited while she was smoking, and then she got up and she left. And I said, and that's it? You haven't seen her? She said, no, I didn't see her again.
Sorry, I was checking out some more.
It sounds like in the beginning of the talk that Travis is presenting himself as a good Samaritan.
Mm-hmm.
Did you think he was a good Samaritan?
After he had told me the completion of that story and I had hung up the phone, I looked at Maria and I said, Maria, this is the biggest line of bull that I've ever heard.
Travis presents himself as this do-gooder who saved the girl from some homeless man and picked her up to take her home, but yet he tells her father that he left her with another strange man at an empty gas station. How are you helping this girl? What he did was remove her from one dangerous situation and put her into an even more dangerous situation.
When Tony calls Travis back to get more information, Travis suggests they meet up at the gas station, where he claims to have dropped Kenya off.
It just didn't make any sense. And so when he offered to meet me there, I told him I was on my way.
We'll see you then.
It was at that point where I grabbed a firearm. I grabbed a 9mm pistol.
I didn't talk to this guy.
What were you planning to do with that?
Get answers. And I thought he had those answers. I didn't believe anything he was telling me. I was just an angry dad who I thought I was being lied to, and I needed answers on where Kenya was at.
Maria begs him not to go, but Tony storms out into the night. Fearing for his life, Maria calls 911. She tells the operator Tony is on his way to meet the last person who saw their missing daughter.
The police department were alerted, and by the time I got to that gas station, they were already there.
When Tony arrives on the scene, the police have already begun to interrogate Travis and his friend, Eddie Fajardo. Eddie was with Travis when he picked up Kenya and corroborates his story. Tony says the police keep him at a distance. And while he waits for them to finish questioning the two young men, he walks around the gas station looking for any clues. As Tony walks by Travis's white cargo van,